Hello guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, go ahead and continue with our previous example. So what I did is here in the last tutorial, we created a string called S6 and the value is equals to cloud parlay. And then we created another variable called S7 and the value is cloud. And when we said S7 is equals to S6, or S6 is equals to S7, it will return me false here. But now let's say if I change this to cloud parlay here. So here it will give true. Okay, so let's go ahead and execute this. Go to debug only. You can see here it will give us the true value. So let's say we can change the case here, like this P is capital and this C is capital. So in this case, it also checks for the case. The equals method also checks for the case method of the string. And if it's not same, then in that case, it should return me a false value because it's checking for the case as well. This is in capital C and this is small c. This is capital P and this is small p. So if I go ahead and hit the execute, the output of the program should be false. Yes, it returned me a false value because the cases doesn't match. So another thing is we have another method which ignores the case. So which ignores the case. So what does that mean is, so let's say we have a method called s7 dot equals ignore case. This only check if the value is same. So it won't independent of what the case is. And we are going to say, here we will say S6 and here we'll say S7. And this will return me a Boolean result. So we'll go ahead and store the result in this Boolean result 5. And it is checking if both the S6 and S7 are equal or not, ignoring the cases. So now if I go ahead and use a debug statement, system.debug, and I say is S6 equals S7, and then I will say result 5. The value would be result 5. So that's going to be the output of this method that we called. And this should return me true because it should ignore the cases. This will return me false because the case doesn't match, and equals method look for the cases also. And this one is going to return me true because it is independent of the case, both the value of exactly the same. So if I go ahead and hit the execute, it returns me true and this return me false. Another thing we have here is a method called to uppercase. Now what does this method do? As the name indicates, it will convert all the whole string into uppercase. So let's say we have created a string called S8. This is the variable name S8 and the value of the string is Pragya. This is what I'm going to store. And then I'm going ahead and use this method system.of debug S8 in uppercase. So the way to call the method is S8 dot of to uppercase. So now what will be the output of this method would be? So it will return me all the characters in capital. So the output should be this, all the characters in capital. So let's go ahead and hit the execute and see if our assumption is correct or not. Yes, it returns me everything in capital, Pragya. Similarly, let's say I created a string S9. This is the another variable that I'm creating, and the value of this variable is hello, how are you? And I'm going ahead and do system.of_debug S9 in lower case. Now plus S9 dot of to lower case. So there is method available called lowercase. All you have to do is you have to call the method. And on which string you want to convert the lowercase, you just tell them by calling S9 is the one that I want to convert. And what will be the output here? It will be hello, how are you in the small letters. So if I go ahead and hit the execute, output is hello, how are you, converted into the lowercase. Now, the next thing we have is concatenating two strings. So if you remember, I told you that if I created a string called name1 is equals to Pragya and I put a space and then I am going ahead and do string name2 is equals to Sharma, and then what I am doing is string, and then what I am doing is, so let's say system.debug concatenating two strings, and what I want to display, I am going to say name1 plus name2. So I am saying what is name1? It has the value Pragya. What is name2? It is value Sharma. So it will concatenate both the string and the output would be Pragya Sharma. That's what the output is. And if you want to do this, string name3 is equals to name1 plus name2, and then we are going to say system.of_debug name3 equals what? Name3. So it will go ahead and display the value of name3. Output of both the statements will give you the same value. Here we do the exactly the same, just we like here. This is displaying it directly. Here we're storing the concatenation of two strings into another string called name3, and then we are displaying the value of name3. So let's go ahead and hit the execute button. Pragya Sharma, name 3 equals to Pragya Sharma, and concatenating two string is also resulted into Pragya Sharma. So it exactly correct. So it concatenates two string. Now here, if I put the letter, if I say number 100, and here I put the number 50, and I will get rid of these spaces here. So 150. And now if I go ahead and say what is the name 3 will be equals to, the output would be 110050. 10050. Similarly, this will also 10050 because both of them are strings. They are no more the numbers. If you have created integer variables, then the output would be 150. But now both of them are string values. So the output would be, it will concatenate. It will consider it as a string and it will just concatenate them. So if I go ahead and hit the execute, see 10050 and 10050. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of this. We don't need this. So let's say we have created a string variable name1 is equals to Pragya, and we want to know system.debug using contains method. Using contains method. Now what this contains method does, it basically checks if the string name1 dot contains this characters or this string gya. So now if it contains this value, it is going to give me the true, and if it doesn't contains other, it say false. So let's go ahead and take the look the output of the program. So gya is present inside of this name1. Yes, the output of the program should be true. So if I go ahead and hit the execute, it returned me true. If I was looking for a different string, so if I looking for a BBB, now BBB is not present in the string. So this is going to return me false. So go ahead and hit the execute. This will return me a false value. So it was checking that if the given string is present inside of the string or no. So for example, if I say string name2 is equals to hello, and I'm checking if name1 dot contains name2, and the output of the program is a boolean value. So I'm going ahead and store the result in this variable called result1. Name1 dot contains name2. So this is the variable that I'm storing the value. Now similarly, let's say we'll create another variable string name3, and the value of this variable would be PRA. This is going to be the value of the string, and I am checking if the name1 dot contains name3. Now in this case, whatever of the result is this, I am going to store in a in the another boolean variable boolean result 2, and then I am displaying system.debug name1 contains name2. And let's see what is the output of the program. Plus result1. And similarly, I am saying system.debug. Let's copy this. Name1 dot of contains, let's say it's 3, and the output of this would be result2. So let's see what it is doing. So what we have here is we have created a string called Pragya. Okay, so let's take the marker. So name1 is equals to Pragya. This is the small p. Then you have name2 is equals to hello. And when we created another variable called name3, which is equals to pra. Now we are checking name1 dot contains name2. So in this name1, do we have the string hello? No. So this is going to be the false. So the result1 is equals to false. Similarly, does name1 dot contains name3? So pra is present in this name because these first 3 letters are there. So in this case, the result2 would be true. So this is what the contain methods checks for, that if substring is present in that string or no. So we are checking if name3 is present in name1. We are checking if name2 is present in name1. So the output of this one should be what? This should return me, this result1 should return me the false. And this one should say result2, it should say true. Because name3, which is pra, is present inside of this string. Similarly, name2, this hello is not present inside of this string. So that's why it is returning me false. So let's go ahead and hit the execute. Go to debug only, false and true. So exactly. So this is false, and this is true. So these are all the important methods that are available in the string class. So let's meet in the next tutorial. Till then, have a good day.